Hello everyone and welcome back. The wife and I are home from Vegas. What a place that is. We've never been there before and we had a lot of fun. To all my American friends out there, that is one hell of a city you got. Everyone was super nice. Decent smoke. We even went to a bar on the roof of Mandalay Bay. Vegas is my kind of good time. We will be going back for sure. To anyone out there who's never been, if you ever have the opportunity to check it out, you might want to do that. It's so much fun. If you have been, leave a comment with your Vegas story. I want to hear them. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Today we're going to be looking at Contraband Police. Developed by Crazy Rocks and published by Playway, Contraband Police is a game that sees you take over the duties of a border inspector in a communist country of the 80s. Smuggling, corruption, and forgery are the order of the day here. Be vigilant and earn the respect of your superiors. I like the Steam description on this one, so I had to use it. The game hit early access on the 8th of March 2023. I've had my eye on this game for quite a while now and was excited when it finally went live. Contraband Police was launched at $25.99 Canadian, which again I thought was an inflatable price tag for an early access game. That was until I got to play it. If this game stays at this price point and delivers a similar experience at launch, it's a great price. Again, this is early access, so there is the chance that this game doesn't see a full release, but I don't get that impression here. This release seems like a passion project for Crazy Rocks. Have you ever played Papers, Please and enjoyed checking documents but felt like the game was missing something, like seizing drugs, money, or other contraband? Ripping people's vehicles apart to find that stuff. High-speed chases, gunfights, explosions, or maybe prison harems are your thing. If you said yes to any or all of those, then do I have the game for you. So as I said, Contraband Police and Papers, Please are similar in the sense you're a border guard checking documents and enforcing regulations, dealing with corruption and crazed rebels. I've played a decent amount of Papers, Please. It's even installed on my Steam Deck. I remember when it came out, and after playing it for a while I thought to myself, it would be cool if there was like a first-person version of this. That would be pretty damn sweet. 10 years later, Crazy Rock may be thinking the exact same thing I thought all those years ago, went ahead and did it. Contraband Police is so much more than just checking documents and enforcing regulations. It's about smashing people's windows for wasting your time not having their papers in order. Crazy Rock has really jammed a lot into this game for an early access title. I'm really quite surprised. You have a lot of tools at your disposal to bust criminal smugglers. One of my favorites is the black light flashlight. You use it to reveal a design used by smugglers to locate loot. There are a lot of places to hide contraband, like in tires, inside seats, or my personal favorite, inside of a fake cow. Now it's time to arrest that bad guy and send him to your on-site prison. Yeah, there's an on-site prison, and it's nicer than your starter apartment. You can spend money to upgrade the prison, your apartment, hire more staff, buy more vehicles. There's even a weird forest man named Vlad that will sell you tools and guns. You'll need those gun upgrades because the border checkpoint gets ambushed every now and then and you'll need to defend yourself. Your hired goons will help too, and the more they're upgraded the better their weapons they have. And it's not just the checkpoint that gets ambushed. If you're taking prisoners to cash them in at the labor camp or hauling contraband to the police station, you can get ambushed doing that as well. They either want to free your prisoners or just want the goodies you got stashed in the back of your police van. You can choose to engage these thugs, run them down with your police wagon, or just ignore them altogether and carry on about your business. It's up to you. The game also has story missions, which adds more variety to the gameplay and keeps things pretty fresh. You have to make sure that you manage your money because you get fired if you go broke for longer than a day. There is a lot on offer here gameplay wise, and I'm a huge fan of that. From reading the discussions on Steam, it seems the developers intend on adding an endless mode. Not too sure what else they have planned, but I look forward to finding out. I found when I looked at pictures and video on this game, my initial thought was along the lines of it's going to look just like the other indie simulator games out there. I'm not saying they all look the same, but they have a distinct look or design that they all share. It's subtle at most times. I don't know, it's hard to accurately describe what I mean, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But with Contraband Police, it seems like they've worked really hard on the art direction of the game, and it definitely shows. Before I quickly touch on frame rates, here are my PC specs. Asus ROG Strix B550F motherboard, AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, Asus GeForce RTX 2070 Super, 16 gigs of RAM, and played this on a 4K curved Samsung monitor. So with that being said, frame rates were pretty decent on ultra settings. I was getting a respectable 40 to 50 frames per second. The game looks sharp and runs well for an early access game. I did notice a few display bugs like multiple tools spawning on the table outside of the office, or when I handed someone back their papers from the passenger side, they still took them as if I were standing at the driver's side window. Nothing really major, perhaps something to be smoothed out in the future. Otherwise, I didn't have an issue with the graphics or gameplay. Sound-wise, again, I got more than what I expected here. The ambient sounds of the border crossing, like the sound of vehicles passing by, radios crackling in the background, help create a realistic and immersive experience. The voiceovers are also well executed. The characters feel believable. Some come with attitude, some have a calm demeanor. It really helps with keeping things from becoming overly repetitive fast. You don't feel like it's the same voice, tone, and delivery every single time. There is music in the game as well. Well, not a whole lot, but it's there. You get some tunes on the radio which you can change to a second station, the intro screen, and some music sprinkled throughout the game to add some dramatic suspense. It's well done and complements everything else perfectly. In conclusion, for me, Contraband Police is a fantastic game. A little on the pricey side maybe, but Crazy Rocks has gone above and beyond here and released a pretty polished game for an early access launch. While there are some things to obviously smoothen out and some bugs to fix, there have been worse early access releases for sure. If you're a fan of Papers, Please, or a simulation game fan in general, this game has something for everyone as far as I'm concerned, and I think it's worth checking out. But maybe let them cook this a bit more if you're not a fan of early access. I feel like this should be on people's radars. It's a fantastic game. Well, that's it. As always, thanks for watching, and if you've made it this far, you're a champ, and I love you very much. I hope to see you back for the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with my little corner of YouTube. Maybe even leave a comment. So until the next one, enjoy life at the border post and take it easy, eh?